Morning, buenas tardes. I want to talk today about love. This is something we all know. This is something we all have. But I want to talk about the early stages of love and the decisions we make when we give our heart to someone. What that means in this country, we have this idea of getting married and buying buying our love through diamond rings, and it's just a display, a North American display. Well, it's not just North American, actually. I got friends all over the world. Everyone's trying to buy the biggest, fattest rock to put on their loved one's finger to show the rest of the world how much they love them through the money that is placed on the stone on their finger. I think this concept is hilarious. I really do. I talk to people and I'm in the world, and I know a lot of people have rocks on their finger that are worth quite a bit of money, and their husband cheats on them, disrespects them, treats them like shit. I'm only speaking from one aspect of gender because it's the only thing I know. So it's the only side of things I can really speak to. But if I think about it, I guess I know some women that are in relationships as well that cheat on their man as well. Now, I don't know the circumstances behind it. That's not what this video is about. The video is about the money that we place on the value of a relationship. How can we value love through money? Is the most ridiculous thing. I know some very wealthy people that are not happy. And I know that they would trade it all to go live in the forest with someone for love. I know they would. They've told me. They've absolutely told me that. This idea of valuing love through some sort of financial state is just all wrong. And I guess I'm maybe doing this for people that have made difficult decisions in their life lately to break away from partners because they didn't value the same things. I want to talk about love. Like, love is priceless. When you know your self-worth and you know what your true value is, someone else won't have to buy it. They're going to share that self-love and that self-worth with you. Love is meant to be shared. It's not a give and take kind of thing. It doesn't work that way. It's a mutual respect between two individuals who are sharing time with each other. Time that is shared through mutual respect is the most beautiful thing ever, because really love doesn't come with boundaries then, because respect replaces boundaries, because honesty and authenticity have us doing everything within that boundary. Honesty, authenticity, and love is the vibe, we love through everything. When you have those three things in love, those are the boundaries. And when you live within those boundaries, the world is endless possibilities. And when you have another individual that shares that same philosophy with you, you have something that is so authentic and so real that no amount of money could ever even persuade an individual to come away from something like that. This idea of money that we have today, this value we place on it over feelings, is ridiculous. And I get the Gucci bags, and I get the big rings and shit like this. I get it. But at home, when you're at home at night, your man or woman hasn't been home for 3 days because they're too busy. They haven't asked you how you were doing in 6 months. You haven't slept together in maybe 3. What's this shit doing for you? What's the bags doing for you? I don't even think those bags would soak up the tears that would come from the eyes of those lacking love. That's truth. That's the absolute truth. I know some friends of mine have reached out and said that they've made difficult decisions in their lives because they're following their hearts and their authentic selves. Good on you. Good on you. You get one life. If you try and sacrifice it for this idea of living a better life than other people through money but lacking love, you've missed it. I think I wanted to have a conversation about this because I see it in the world a lot. The things we value might not always be what the other person values. And if we don't value ourselves and we don't know our self-worth, then how is someone else going to see that? How, when you go into a relationship, are they going to know your self-worth, and they're going to know what you see yourself as? We're making decisions that very selfishly children are affected by. I was just thinking about my children. I speak to these experiences because I did them. few times. I'm not proud of it, but I'm honest about it. And if I can use it to save any other child to go through what my children are going through right now, please. I mean, I didn't know what my self-worth was. I didn't know my value, and they didn't know theirs either. Or maybe they did and I didn't value them. I can be honest with that. I valued parts of it and aspects of it, but I didn't value it in its entirety. And now my children are gone. And they're not happy. I mean, it takes two to raise children. You got one parent that's constantly parenting. They burn out. They get tired. They get frustrated, and rightly so. It's not meant to be that way. But it's because we make decisions for ourselves, not knowing who we are, thinking someone else is going to tell us who we are. Then we have children thinking they're going to tell us who we are. And everyone gets lost in the whole decision. So love is a very priceless thing, because it affects many people. So it's an understanding that we need to have right from the beginning. And I guess I just want to share that because it's very important to know who you are, so someone else will know who you are as well, and take the masks off and tell them that money's hollow. 20, 30, 40, 50 grand, $1 million, 2.5 million on the finger, like for who? For who? And if they put 2.5 million on your finger and they go screw around, what's it worth? Nothing. Just plant seeds, Love yourself, know who you be, love your children, tell them you love them, and hang out with them. Please hang out with your children. They're cool as fuck. They're from you.